want to talk about the Microsoft X Series keyboard and mouse gaming set. This is their older set, so you might be kind of confused because they do have a newer one. But this is probably for the budget gamer just because it's their older set. You're looking at it like, it's not their older set, but I would say it does the same just like the new one, except the new one's got a lot more knobs on them that does just everything that this one would do. It's just more fancy. So let's go over the centerpiece of this whole thing, and that is the keyboard. I'm going to take away the light now so you guys can see the beautiful glowing red key setup, and this was what turned me onto the keyboard, was the keys lighted up. And it's not like I need it, but it looks really good. I mean, almost every time I'm on my system, I always want it to turn night because the keyboard just looks gorgeous. So we're going to go over the features, then we'll start talking about how gorgeous this keyboard is. Okay, up here, this will be a profile button to set your macro keys. And before we start getting too in-depth on how that works, what is macro keys? Well, macro keys are programmable keys. You can program them on whatever you want. And I would say macro keys are more motored toward the MMO gamer than the FPS gamer. In Call of Duty, you got Q for your grenade, you got E for your melee, you got your mouse to shoot, and you got WASD. That's all you need for Call of Duty. For like Diablo or WoW, which I don't play either one of them because I find those games very uninteresting, although I would try to just download a demo, and I don't know, what the hell. Still, you can program your keys, and I'll show you how to do that now. If you have the Microsoft IntelliType software, for the keyboard it'll be IntelliType, and then for the mouse it'll be IntelliMouse. So if you have the IntelliType software, this is the only way you can program your keys. It's free, download it from Microsoft, the latest version, or just use the drivers that came with the keyboard if you brought it new. So you press your button, and I'm going to turn the volume up because it has a little sound to let you know that you're recording, so it'll make that sound. And then you press your key that you want to program, and then you type in the command, so you could just record, which I already pressed. You press F2, you type in, you know what, I'll do it for you today, okay? I do F1. And the light will start blinking. I'll just do QWERTY, and then we stop recording. Now we're going to go to our web browser and type in F1 or hit F1. And as you see, the macro key typed it in automatically. I'm going to hit it again, and it types it in automatically. So that's basically what the programming keys do. Now I need to deprogram that later because I don't want to be playing a game and accidentally hit that and I'm playing Call of Duty and it's moving the character for me. But basically that's how you record it. You can deactivate that in the software if you want to do that. Okay, and now you have these different profiles. You'll see 1, 2, 3, then you'll see the different lights. So it's basically like having 3 sets of S buttons, or programmable buttons, excuse me. Okay, now let's go over what else is on this keyboard. You've got your play, and I'll bring my light back now because you got your play buttons, rewind, fast forward, mute, volume, and your light adjustment. So I'll show you that right now. Off, bright, medium, low, off. You have your status indicators, you have your calculator button, which I happen to use a lot, and down here you have this very convenient pad for your palm rest. But see, I'd rather use this one because you can see how long my fingers are. So when I'm playing Call of Duty, I like my fingers to rest. I don't like them to be crunched. If I was using this thing, my fingers would be crunched. There's just no way I'd be able to do it and enjoy the pad at the same time. So I use a external one. The built-in one is just for somebody who has smaller hands. I have longer hands, and I like to play the game, fingers stretched out, and I tend to play when I'm using my mouse. My arms are stretched out. I just like to stretch out and play instead of being all cramped up. I get very uncomfortable after that. And that's it. And actually, I'll show you the thickness of the keyboard. And you'll actually see how thick it is. And it's not very thick, so I'm gonna probably have to take away the light a little bit because this is not a built-in light, it's an external. As you see, it's not that thick really. It kind of slims down going toward the end. Very thin profile, and the keyboard's really not that heavy. So that is the Microsoft X3 keyboard. Very nice. It costs $40 brand new. maybe $45 at some places. So go ahead and get the best price off eBay, and you'll be very impressed on what you can do with this keyboard. Now let's go to the mouse, which I just recently got. This is a very, very nice mouse for the $20 price point, and it's got some really basic features, nothing really advanced, but it does have a nice laser on it, which I will talk to you about in a second. Let's go over the side of the mouse. You have your button, which by default, which is forward, and on the other side you have back, but you can program that in the Microsoft IntelliMouse software. You got a Microsoft logo on the side. Let's flip it on the bottom, where I guess these are Teflon feet. I doubt if they are. Now I'm going to take away this light so you can see the invisible laser, and it's not so invisible to the camera, but to the naked eye it is. And this invisible laser actually has more accuracy than your typical red light laser that you'll see on lower end mice, and this will allow you to put it on a surface like this, and it will have better tracking than your laser mice, or your red laser mice. As you can see, that it's not really an invisible laser, but if I look at it right now, it comes up red with the naked eye. Right now, I'm looking at it right now, it comes up red, but to the camera it's pink or blue or whatever. You see it now? Yeah, but I'm looking at it with my eye, and it comes up a slight red, slight. But as you can see, you can't really see it, and that means better accuracy when you're playing games. Up here you've got your DPI settings, so that's low DPI, medium DPI. Oh, excuse me, I missed the button. Low DPI, medium DPI, high DPI. And this thing goes to like 3500 or 4000 DPI. It's pretty sweet. When I'm playing Call of Duty, it's a very fluid mouse, doesn't skip a beat. It is a gold-plated connector, so so is the keyboard. The keyboard's a gold-plated connector, so it's very high quality. What else does it have? Ultra polling, and you can program these two keys with the IntelliTouch software, like I said earlier. Bring my light back. Another thing I like about this mouse is that it's an ambidextrous design, so it can work with your left hand or your right hand. No problem for anybody there's a lot of right-handers out there, and just a handful of left-handers, so you're not left out. Microsoft thought about that. And again, for the $20 price point, you can't beat the quality of this mouse. Another thing aesthetically I like about the mouse is this, red axe thing they added to it from the bottom, and then it kind of curls up to the top, and then you just look at it, almost like the mouse is glowing red at the bottom, but it's not. It just adds a nice little touch, and I'm not really angry with this mouse. It's pretty nice, and when I saw the price point, I said, you know what, hell, let me buy it. I got a Microsoft keyboard, got a Microsoft operating system, and I got, why not get the Microsoft mouse? And it's not bad, so kudos to the guys at Microsoft. So I will cut the video here. That was the short review on the Microsoft X Series gaming set. They do have an X6 gaming keyboard, and I believe an X8 mouse, or vice versa, which is their latest model. But either way, you're going to get really good gaming quality with the Microsoft X Series gaming product. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Stay tuned for any of my upcoming videos or tutorials, and I will see you guys next time.